fish with human-like teeth and lips spotted in Malaysia. A fish with human-like features was spotted in Malaysia, with its pictures going viral on social media. The fish named triggerfish is normally found in South Asian water bodies and has strong jaw, big lips and human-like teeth. There are around 40 different species of the triggerfish found in the water bodies. Frogs do not drink water like we do, they absorb it through the skin. Frogs drink water through what's known as a drinking patch, which is located on the underside of a frog's belly and thighs that allows them to absorb water through their skin. Only half of a dolphin's brain sleeps when it is sleeping. A dolphin will shut down only one hemisphere of its brain, and close the opposite eye. The left eye will be closed when the right half of the brain sleeps, and vice versa. During this time, the other half of the brain monitors what's going in the environment and controls breathing functions. Rare yellow turtle rescued from pond in West Bengal. A rare yellow version of the albino Indian flapshell turtle was just spotted and rescued from a village pond in West Bengal, India. Indian Forest Service officer Debashish Sharma posted photos of the rare yellow turtle, Lysimys punctata, on Twitter last week. The giant Pacific octopus can squeeze its entire body through a hole the size of its beak. Aside from its beak and braincase, an octopus is entirely squishy, meaning that a 100-pound giant Pacific octopus can squeeze through a hole about the size of a cherry tomato. They can also undo latches, untie knots, and open locks, all of which makes them extremely difficult to keep in captivity. Sea otters hold hands while sleeping so they don't drift away from each other. Sea otters sometimes hold hands while they're sleeping to keep from floating away from each other. Often a mother and pup will hold on to each other while they are resting so that they don't drift off from each other or the rest of their group, which is called a raft. Crocodiles continually grow new sets of teeth to replace old ones. Crocodile teeth are very similar to humans. They have an adult tooth in their mouth, a replacement or baby tooth in waiting in case of a lost tooth, and then a stem cell that can become a replacement tooth if necessary. Worker ants may live for 7 years and the queen up to 15 years. The queen, however, can live up to 15 years, though accounts for even greater longevity are not uncommon. Fire ant workers complete their life cycle in approximately 5 to 7 weeks. However, the queen can live up to 7 years. Pharaoh ant workers have a longer lifespan than most of their cousins, 4 years. Dragonflies are considered living fossils. They've existed since before dinosaurs. Before dinosaurs and birds came on the scene, dragonflies were king, with wingspans of about 2.5 feet. That was 300 million years ago, during the late Paleozoic period. Despite all the changes that have taken place since then, dragonflies are still around. Woodpecker have a spongy layer in their skulls to protect their brains from impact. To prevent physical and neurological trauma, the frontal portion of the woodpecker's skull is comprised of plate-like spongy bone called cancellous bone. When the woodpecker's beak strikes an object, the high impact force at its tip is relieved by the anatomy of its beak and the spongy hyoid bone. Around 2 to 6% of African elephants are naturally born tuskless. An increasing number of African elephants are now born tuskless because poachers have consistently targeted animals with the best ivory over decades, fundamentally altering the gene pool. In some areas, 98% of female elephants now have no tusks. researchers have said, compared to between 2 and 6% born tuskless on average in the past. The flamingo can only eat when its head is upside down. The flamingo is well known for its habit of eating with its head upside down. This behavior is largely due to the structure of its mouth and the logistics of lowering its long, graceful neck into the water. This behavior allows flamingos to feed effectively in their natural habitat, but it has ramifications in other aspects of their lives.